Look for somebody that's looking out for your walls. That sounds crazy, but that's why you hired him, right? Or why you want to hire him. Kevin Silliman with the Ohio Painting Company. We're going to answer a question here. This is probably the number one question inside the homeowner's mind. It's, what to look for in a professional painter. How do you know if there is one out there that you can trust? I've been painting for 41 years now. I consider myself professional. Hopefully, if you've ever met me, you've felt the same way. We're going to start off with as if you've already gotten the bid appointment. So they're coming to your house, they're on the way. Number one, are they on time? It's very important. Organizational skills are pretty high priority, I would say, in the painting realm. If they don't get there on time and they haven't called you, there's a reason, and they've got an excuse, I'm sure, but they could at least let you know. That way you're not wasting your time with somebody that's not professional. If they let you know, they're professional. Hey, I'm going to be a couple of minutes late. I apologize. Running from another bid. I'll be there two minutes after the time we talk, whatever it is. Some may be 15 minutes, some may be a half hour. We know your time's very valuable. There's no doubt. Everybody's is. Number two, when they get to the bid, they should listen for sure at what you're asking to have done, but they should be asking a lot of questions also. Most people just want some walls painted and that's it, but questions that I might ask would be, how about the ceiling? How about the baseboard? Now those are obvious, okay? Any painter should ask that. If they don't, I don't even know what to say. But needless to say, also, there is there's an amount of damage that's on walls. Little indentations, nail holes, cracks, things that need to be addressed if you're a professional painter. If you don't care about those and you just want to come in and put some paint on the walls and get out, you're not going to ask. You're not professional. If you want a good quality job, look for somebody that's looking out for your walls. That sounds crazy, but that's why you hired him, right? Or why you want to hire him. Number three, you should receive a bid within 2 to 3 days max, okay? Most painters will be able to give you that bid within 5 minutes. Anybody could really just easily write that up almost at the kitchen table. But some people do use a clicker. It gives them the square footage of what they need, the linear footage, whatever it is. And they'll need to add that up with some type of a program that they have. But nowadays, most of those programs are on phones or laptops to where you could just run out to the truck, you got the bid, but they should definitely have the bid back to you within a couple of days unless they're slammed, and they should be able to go on ahead and get that written up within the next 5 minutes. Let's assume that you've accepted the bid and you're ready to go. They're going to call probably 2 days ahead of time. They're going to ask, hey, what are your paint colors? What sheen would you like? How many different colors are there in the rooms? Different questions. Do you mind, leaving the deposit? Whatever it is that their program is, they're going to have something, or they're not professional. Okay, so once they get to your house, number five, they should ask you where you would like or where is convenient to store their stuff, okay? It's not going to be, drop over here, some blue tape over here, some yellow tape up on the ceiling, whatever. Just where can we put our stuff at the end of the day? It's going to be a good experience if they're that organized. Number six would be one of the things that you want to make sure of is that they start the project when they say they're going to be there. Timing is very crucial. What time will you be there? We might say between 8 and 9, depending on picking up the paint and how things work in the morning. But from there on out, we would probably say definite 8 or definite 9. Those are important things also. Once they start the project, they should put down drops. So as soon as they get into the house, that's the first thing they should do. They should have drops put down so that whenever they do the wall prep, that all of the little particles of dust, especially coming from the spatula with the drywall mud or patching compound, that it's going to fall on the carpet. You want to make sure that they've got a drop down for that. If they don't, again, it's just not very professional. So number 7 is if the ceilings are being painted, most likely they will be done first. I don't know of any professional painter that would want to cut in a ceiling by looking up. They'd much rather cut in a wall looking straight ahead, where with a ceiling, if you're going to paint that and the walls, you're going to roll that ceiling into the wall, so there's not going to be necessarily a look, a visual that they need to get a straight line on with that. If it is only the ceilings that are getting painted, that's a little bit tougher of a job. It's not as much, but you might as well get your walls painted, because cutting in that ceiling correctly, it takes some time. I mean, it really does, and it's a lot more time than a wall. At the end of the day, all the drop clouds should be folded up. All the mess should be cleaned up. Everything should be put in that designated area, and it should be a good, clean looking house whenever you get home. At the end of the day, we put the furniture back in the same spots, where those divots come, so that you don't have a bunch of spots on your carpet. Now, this might not matter to you, but to some people it does. I mean, I remember the first lady that this was beneficial for. She had carpet that was from Holland. She was so proud of it. Here we're putting furniture, making more indentations in our carpet, and it just wasn't very pleasing. So if they put the furniture back in the same holes that they came from, at the end of the day, you should be able to go in there and relax in your living room, watch your TV, as long as it's not hanging on the wall with some wet paint. You should be able to just be very comfortable whenever you come home, maybe with just the fresh smell of paint, and that would be it. Number 10, as we walk out of the room, at the end of the day, any room we've been in, vacuum. A lot of homeowners, again, they'll say, no, you don't need to sweep, that's okay, I got it. No, if you're a professional painter, you're probably just gonna take over and say, I'll get in trouble if I don't.